What's up guys, Blake here with GuideToVaping.com, and today I'm back at you again with another review, and this time it's the Hohm Wrecker from Hohm Tech. Now my friends locally have been asking me what I think about this new Hohm Wrecker mod, and I've already told them and I plan to tell you now, but before I do, I want to tell you a little bit about this device. Now there's a lot that's went into this Hohm Wrecker device, but I'm going to break it down to the basics. First off, the Hohm Wrecker has a full CNC casing made out of aluminum. It has a magnetic door on the back side. It houses two 18650s. The plate covering the electronics is also aluminum. There's male and female symbols etched throughout the entire outer perimeter of the device. It has a spring-loaded 510 connection. There's a button here for turning the device off. There's your fire button, OLED screen, and your plus and minus buttons. And on the bottom there are plenty of ventilation holes. The Hohm Wrecker uses the FSK chip, which is also known as the flagship killer. It has an output of 150 watts, and that's also in temperature control mode as well. It has a temperature range of 200 to 700 in Fahrenheit and 93 to 372 in Celsius. That's basically the gist of this Hohm Wrecker device. Let's dive down and take a closer look, and I'll explain a few more of the features and tell you guys what I think about this device. Alright guys, so you are looking at the packaging for the Hohm Wrecker. As you can see, it says Hohm at the top and Wrecker right here. You can see in the background on this box that they have glossed male and female symbols throughout. I'm really digging the font that they use for Hohm Wrecker on both the packaging and the device itself. On the left side of the box there is nothing. The right side there is nothing but a sticker. This orange sticker is to indicate what color Hohm Wrecker that is in the box. There is nothing at the top, nothing at the bottom. On the back of this box it says Hohm right here. It has the HohmTech URL, which is HohmTech.com. At the bottom there are some certifications. It says designed in California and assembled in China. Now to open up this box, you just pull from the bottom like so. And as you can see, it basically stands up in the bottom portion of the device. The first thing you notice is the device itself. When we pull the device out of this little box, there are a few cards. The first thing you'll see is a warranty card from vaporcube.com. The next thing you'll see is the Hohm Wrecker instruction manual. Now on this instruction manual, it'll basically tell you a lot of information about the device. It'll tell you what the symbols are that are being used on the display screen. It'll tell you how to install your battery, what you'll need to know as far as temperature mode, and what you'll need to know as far as watts mode. And just as a notation, it says that while you're in temperature mode that you only use nickel wire. And in watts mode, of course, you'll only be using Kanthal or nichrome wire. And this last little card that says Hohm Wrecker on it, you turn it around and it says, notice it uses a FSK chip, 200 degrees to 700 degrees. It goes from 10 to 151 watts. The ohm range is 0.05 to 3 ohms. And the voltage range says full automation by FSK. Alright, now on to the Hohm Wrecker device itself. So starting off, you see that it's orange, it's made out of aluminum, it's fully CNC machined. It says Hohm Wrecker right here on the front. At the top there is a 510 spring loaded connection. You can see that the outer perimeter of the device has these male and female symbols throughout. The bottom of the device has many ventilation holes. The back of the device has a battery door that's held on by magnets. As you can see, it's pretty strong. As you can see, the battery compartment is basically milled into the device. It uses an aluminum shield right here to cover the electronics in the device. This button at the top is your on and off button. It is also used to change from temperature control to wattage mode. This big concave button right here is used to fire your device. Here we have an OLED screen. And last we have the plus and minus button, which is your wattage up or wattage down. Alright, so let's start by throwing two 18650s in this device. Pull the string out the way. Pop that in. Pop that one in. Now you can see that it says insane vape when it turns on. So to turn on the Hohm Wrecker, you want to hold this power button down for 3 seconds. You'll see that it says Insane Vape. So as you can see, here is the OLED screen. If you click the fire button with no atomizer attached, it's obviously going to say Connect Atomizer. You have your ohms, your volts, your battery percentage, and your watts. Now if you want to leave watts mode and you want to go into temperature control, then you'll press this power button down 3 times. It'll say Insane Temps mode, and now you're in temperature control. If you want to switch back, 3 times again. Now one thing that I did want to show you guys is that when you press the up button, the plus button, it goes pretty quick, super quick. As you can see, 10 to 151 watts. And now let's switch this thing over to temperature control. Alright, so now I have a nickel coil on the Hohm Wrecker, and as you can see, it says 470 degrees at the top. I'm using a 0.13 ohm coil, and your battery life moves over to the left and your voltage is at the very top. Now to adjust your temperature, you want to click the fire button down 3 times fast, and that will change it to where you can adjust your temperature. You'll begin to notice that this device is very easy to use. And this is what it looks like when you fire down on your coil. As you can see, it is keeping that 400 degrees. So yeah, that's about it for this Hohm Wrecker mod. I must say it is a pretty nifty looking little device. I've noticed one thing with this device: when you put your battery door back on, this right here, if it gets pushed down, and it'll get pushed down like right there on that black part. Let me show you. It'll get pushed down there right on the black part, and when you put your battery cover back on, then you will have this like tilting action. See what I mean? So you have to make sure that either you snip off some of that where it doesn't, where you don't have that problem, or kind of chuck it to the side or something like that. I haven't really been, it don't bother me too much. Obviously it's bothered me enough to say something, but anyways, other than that, this is a nice looking device. I like this whole deal right here, but other than that, I've definitely enjoyed using this device. I like how easy it is to use. It's very user friendly. I like the buttons. The OLED screen is really nice, and although it is pretty light, it still feels pretty good in the hand. Alright guys, now that you have seen the Hohm Wrecker mod up close, let's see how well this thing performs. Alright guys, so I'm running a dual micro coil. I have 7 wraps on this at 3.5 millimeters, and I'm ohming out at 0.4 ohms. And I'm also running this at 65 watts, which is giving me some pretty good clouds. Also on this Hohm Wrecker device, I'm using the Velocity RDA. Alright, the question is, what do I think about the Hohm Wrecker? But before I get to that, let me take a quick pull. Good. Alright, so the Hohm Wrecker is a nice device. I'm going to say that up front. It's machined well. The female and male symbols throughout the device, borderlines cool and gimmicky. I of course like the color. I also like the Hohm Wrecker font that they used right here on the front. I also like that the Hohm Wrecker goes up to 151 watts. That's quite a bit of power. And being that this device can fire down to 0.05 ohms, is pretty much compatible with anything you throw on it. Now I also heard there's an update in the future for this device that will allow it to fire down to 0.01 ohms. But now to my final thoughts of the Hohm Wrecker mod. I like this device. I actually have been using it consistently with all my RDAs, and I have really just about no complaints. Now if there's one complaint that I have to throw out there, it would have to be that when you press the fire button, it says clock of insanity, and I actually don't know what that means. Everybody that I've brought this device to and showed them this little feature, I guess it is, they just thought it was kind of gimmicky. And to be honest with you, when I press my fire button, I want to see exactly what my mod is doing rather than a little loading screen. Other than the whole clock of insanity thing, which I think is, you know, it's kind of cool to see something like that on the device, but again, it's also one of those little gimmicky things that I think they should have skipped. And then another vape. Alright guys, so that's about it for this review of the Hohm Wrecker mod. If you want to pick this device up, you can go to HohmTech.com or VaporCube.com. And as always, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you for watching the videos. If you want to see more like this, you can hit that subscribe button. And until next time,